Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching this video from. This is Cornelius Subinda with another video, and in this video we're going to answer the 2024 paper 1 internal additional mathematics question 9. I'm here representing Z STEM Hub. Question 9, it's a very interesting question. It's just one question, it's carrying 5 marks. It reads, find all the angles between 0 and 360 degrees which satisfy the equation 4 tan x minus 2. Modulus of that is equal to 3. So 4 tan x minus 2 modulus of that is equal to 3 is what we are considering. So they want you to find all the angles between 0 and 360 degrees for that. So this is question 9. We will say, okay, let me just zoom in more. Okay. This is question 9. Four tan x minus 2. The modulus of that is equal to 3. So we just confirm, right? 4 tan x minus 2, modulus of that equal to 3. So how do we consider this? The first thing I need to do is we can just write this as the 4 tan x minus 2 is equal to plus or minus 3, because we are considering the positive values and the negative values. That's essentially what modulus means. So 4 tan x minus 2 will be equal to plus 3, positive 3. Then we also have 4 tan x minus 2 will be equal to minus 3, negative 3. Yeah. So what do? This is just like an equation, okay? Where we just want to remain with tan x. First thing that we'll do is we'll say 4 tan x is equal to 3 plus 2 is a 5. Because when the 2 goes on the other side, it becomes positive. And then we divide by 4, divide by 4. 4 can go into itself a 1, into 4 it's a 1. And then we'll have tan x being equal to 5 over 4. Make sure that, this is a question paper which has, of course, the radian measure question. So you might forget to turn it back to degrees. Don't forget, please. So make sure your calculator is in degrees. Then if you say tan inverse of 5 over 4, you must get an answer of 51.3 degrees. So we are considering all the angles. So since this the answer that we found, it was positive. It's in the first quadrant, and here the sign that is here was positive. Okay? So because the sign that is there is positive, we are going to consider this as part of our solution set. And then x is also equal to 180 degrees plus this associate, we call it associate acute angle, but you can just say that acute angle less than 90 degrees. Just say 180 plus that same answer that you found in the beginning, plus 51.3. we're going to have 231.3. Remember, in the beginning, they say that round off your answers correct to 1 decimal place. Answers for, having degrees. Did I add the degrees there? Okay, very important to add the degrees. You can actually use a mark for that, because essentially, if you think about it, what are you answering if you don't include the degrees symbol? Now this side, so it means we're done for that part. It means now we're going to have 4 tan x is equal to, we have negative 3 plus a 2, which is negative 3 plus positive 2, and negative 1, and divide by 4, divide by 4. So essentially look at it once more, and look at the sign there. It's very important, very, very important. So I'm going to say 4 can go into itself a 1, into a 4 it's also a 1. So tan x is equal to negative 1 over a 4. Then x will be equal to tan inverse over negative 1 divided, so when we're taking the tan inverse, we ignore the sign. Please take note. We ignore the sign. So it's positive 1 over 4. And then, why are we ignoring the sign? Just because this is what is required for this particular method. So tan inverse of 1 over 4, you're going to have a very, very small answer, 14.0 degrees. So all we did was we took the negative 2 to the other side, became positive. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Then tan inverse of 4 divided by 1, where we don't consider the sign in these brackets when taking the tan inverse. We find that. Now, since we said negative, this acute angle is in the first quadrant, so it won't be part of the solution set. We need to go to where tan is negative, and tan is negative in the, so let me just write this, tangent, just finish it off, tangent is negative in the second and the fourth quadrant. Negative in the second and fourth quadrant. Because we are saying two, so quadrants. Yeah. So how do we find the angle there in the second quadrant? Let me say second quadrant. What do we do there? We say the angle x is going to be equal to 108 degrees minus the associated acute angle, which are going to have a 166, right? 166 degrees. So yeah, that can be a final answer, because it's 0.0 degrees if you want. Then we go to the fourth quadrant. Where we say the angle is equal to 360 degrees minus 14 degrees, which when you do nicely you're going to have 346. These that I don't think you need to use a calculator. This angle is too small. You can say 0.0 if you want, I think. 0.0. Yeah, but it was 14.0. Yeah, so this is what you can have. So these are those kind of questions that don't need to use a calculator. This last part of the question. Then you conclude after finding all your solutions. You say therefore x is equal to, I remember as finding a 51.3 comma 231.3, of course 51.3 degrees, 231.3 degrees. Was there something smaller than this? Oh yeah, there's something smaller than this, right? But let's take note of the 231.3 degrees. There was also a 166 degrees, degrees, 231.3 degrees, lastly 346.3 degrees. 46.0 degrees rather, not 0.3 degrees. Sorry for that. Yeah, this is your final answer for your solution set, and you get your 5 marks. Arranging them in ascending order from smallest to biggest is nice. That shows that you know what you're doing. 51.3 degrees, 166 degrees, 231.3 degrees, and then you're going to have your 346.0 degrees as your final answer. So that's it. This marks the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching this video. This has been Cornelius with another video, and bye bye.